Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft with Nemsun, all the mods for Modpack, still in very early development, 1.14.4 Modpack, and my village. I moved some things around, got ready to build a mine shaft over here to fill all the things up for block storage, and a few bits and pieces that we've got over here that we were working on. This analyzer in particular, I'm going to put that in my inventory because we're going to be dealing with that, and a load of iron. I managed to get a load of iron sorted out ready for today's episode, and also loads and loads of seeds. It was iron and seeds that we needed today. Uses of this, here we go, plantarium stuff. We want to get on with that today. I've already got the tablet, I want to get on with that. So plantarium ingots are very important, very useful. They make the analyzer, and they make gears and other bits and pieces towards this mod, including DNA extractors and DNA removers, and even a sword that only does 5 damage, so probably not worth me making. Identifiers and all that kind of stuff. Today's episode, I would like to get into the Plant Tech 2 a lot more and try and figure it all out. But first, we need a little guided tour. So, can I get a sleep? Can I get a sleep? Let's get a little sleep on. So we've got a nice, fresh, brand new day to start our Minecraft experience. Hey, there's a golem protecting right outside my window. Yeah. Moved all the different villager things inside. We've got those up here at this end, the mining end. We've got another couple in here as well, the mining end. Not really worried about those just yet because I'm not doing many trades with the villagers. Started building extra buildings on different levels, so this guy seems to have taken this as his home. Yep, it's going to be a multi-level structure. Added in some extras, like an extra tall building there, so we've got a couple of beds in for villagers. Beds are all important in this this day and age. And a nice big room for some villagers to stand and look out if they ever fall up the ladder. Fall up the ladder. They don't climb the ladder deliberately. They glitch themselves up a ladder if that happens. And yeah, so I've still got some building work to do, but I'm kind of leaving the bases in the right places, should we say like that, and making it look pretty on the way up. So these little areas, they do go out. Currently, this one goes out onto a balcony that overlooks, and that golem spawned outside. I didn't place it outside. Must have spawned outside somewhere, and now it's patrolling the outside of the village, which is great. Still haven't built a big fancy wall down here yet, but this little wall will do just nicely in the meantime. Another couple of buildings. I'm not going to go in everything. You get the idea. Most of the things in. Oh, one little thing here. The barrel. The barrel is the fisherman's workstation, as pointed out by Adamant in the comments last week. Don't forget, if you've got a comment, leave it down below. I will get back to you as best I can. I will like, and I will reply, and I will mention you in the next episode, if possible, if it's something worthy. I saw that there was a lot of Ego and his live streamers had raided my comments and said how great it was. Thank you very much for that. And of course, Ego is live streaming daily. The links will be around and about my description, if not everywhere else on YouTube. There is a fair bit of farming going on this place at the minute. That's basically where I stuck to. While I was waiting for crops to grow, I was building like layout. Not really building so much as laying out foundations. The foundations, just to make them look a little bit different, like this one's got 2 little planters either side, whereas this one's more in keeping with the rest. Some of them I notice have got these pieces of wood across like that, and pointy roofs. And another couple, this one over here in particular, has those on the sides but a slanted roof. There's some mossy in there with stripped wood. So there's quite a lot of different village buildings going on. And I'm just kind of keeping up with that and just thinking up of new ideas. So this one will be a 2-wide one, possibly having a function. Don't know what that function is going to be just yet. A little sheep pen for making beds, and leather, thank you. Been feeding them fairly regular. This bit I'm quite pleased with. This is kind of like my house at the end of the garden, at the end of the village. I'm going to have a mine shaft that end. I might end up having a ton of stuff up there, I think. I think that's going to be my main build, is going to be up there. And the village and the villagers down here. I kind of need a horse stables We did have some good ideas for the horse, so I'm going to put some names on here of what we've had so far. We've had Chris Simpson put in the comments that we should call it Mike. This is a good one. Ingham Fora. Let's go down on the next line. Was it spelled like that? PH4. Yeah. So My Kingham Fora. My Kingham Fora. And if you didn't read the comments on the last episode, go back and check. Episode 1, actually. Go and check. That's quite a funny one, if you know it, if you figure it out. And here we go with the latest ones. Miss Fija suggested that we call the horse Cookie. And I particularly like Cookie as a name for this particular cookie. Well, I've said it now, haven't I? And somebody said, oh, Micah, yeah, Micah Stevens mentioned I should name it Ego. Well, throw somebody a torch for about it. No, throw somebody a signpost. Hey, Ego, throw somebody a signpost for a bad suggestion for a name for a horse. It don't quite work the same as throw them a torch. But okay, I'm not going to call my horse Ego. Now, these two names are pretty good. I'm pretty much set on Cookie right now. If there are any other suggestions, put them down in the comments below, and I'll mark them up here. I'm going to build some kind of stables here, so we're looking out to the north where we'll have a road leading from the stables, and I might have a couple of different horses, may have a few other modes of transport, may even have a minecart track, I don't know. Any way that can get me up there quickly. This little section, my boy Electron B pointed out there's lanterns. I was thinking of nice ways to seal away little jack-o'-lanterns like under the ground here, and so I was growing a load and checking them out, try and seal them away without it looking odd, to try and light up those little dark alleyways. So they wouldn't be dark alleyways, I guess. But he suggested lanterns. The lanterns look really nice, and they're in the latest update, so they just sit on the corners of buildings and light up little alleyways, which looks really good. I like. They're fairly cheap to make as well. Basically one iron ingot and a torch, minus one little piece of a nugget. And then we've got the little planters down the sides. We've got slightly different build types. This is all one structure there for the farms. This one I've been using as wood stores to keep all of this stuff in, out the way. I'm going to throw a bit back in there now, actually. Let's take that. Throw a little bit back in there. And stuff that I've created and crafted can go over here. Now, at the moment, I've got a lectern, 4 cauldrons, and a stone cutter, and a few books that I got from another village, that I stole from another village. And I would like to use those at some point, but right now, today, I want to do that plant tech too. So, not today. I have lots of these little walkways, really cool little areas to get through, and on the back of this house, and this house, I decided to put some more planters in an area. So we've got a little walkway down here, 3 wide, with some planters on the back of the buildings, and an overlooking like farm area. I did, at one point, have the fences all the way down. But once the farmers got out of the farm, they never got back, and now these guys can get in and out and get fed and all that kind of stuff. I put these little planters, or the composters, up here, so their workstation is in the middle, so they come kind of around their workstation when they're supposed to be working, not chatting to their mates. Don't actually know if it functions like that yet or not. Hey, how you doing? But it does work, as in you can sit it up there. And then Electron B also changed these logs, so they were bark on all sides logs. Bark on all sides logs, that's the thing. And we've ended up with quite a nice looking garden. I've got the things that we trade with villagers in this particular garden, and it seems we've got an iron golem patrolling it to make sure nothing spawns. It's quite well lit, got a little water features running through to make it look like they're irrigated properly. 8 blocks between each water stream, and it's more about presentation rather than anything else to make those water streams look good. And also working its way up the hill, so we have farms coming down on this level, and we're working up the hill on this level, and probably start more homes and houses on this bit. I think it looks really nice. And I'm pleased with how it looks. And I've spent a long time growing crops and replanting and all that kind of stuff. Like, every now and again something like that will happen. When something's dropped off the edge here, which I need to protect against, and broken with crops. But yeah, there's lots of that growing, and I've already harvested dozens of times, as you can see, to make an abundance of crops now. You not bouncing. Stop bouncing. Go do your job. You just... Okay, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? That's one reason why I was pleased with my fencing all the way around when I got them in. Now look at them jumping around all over the place. Where are you going? You're just bouncing around, going over there. Is it town meeting time or something? This guy is an apprentice farmer, so we've unlocked a couple of trades for him as well. So that's good. And, oh, I can do the beetroot trade. So I may as well do that while I'm here. Thank you. Give him some XP, see if he unlocks anything new. Emeralds for apples, that's the thing. And pumpkins for emeralds. Also nice, as I've got a little pumpkin farm over there now. Good, good. But he comes and he works, and that's good. And I will do exactly what I've just been telling them off for doing, and that bounce on the crops. I'm going to have to do this every now and again. I think I'm probably going to do some kind of minecart, something underneath it. It's a hopper minecart, so as they start dropping bits on the floor, the minecart will collect them, drop them into something, and store them away in this little room here. So we've got a little room for the farmers, a little bedroom for a farmer, and a little alleyway, which they can't get in and out of here. So that's kind of locked off, but they now can get in just about anywhere else, up and down. Which might be that I'd take this out, because I don't really need it, but either way. And then we've got a little storage that looks like it's a bit of a barn, and I've got a new area here that I've just finished building that is for more storage of this kind of stuff, where I've got all of the wheat and bits and pieces that I'm putting in there, all of the seeds and bits and pieces in there. I'm going to take a stack out with me now. Yeah, just one stack will probably do. And then spare storage up there. We've got all of the XL food mod that we haven't started going into yet, but we've started growing stuff. A few pumpkin bits and pieces, and all the stuff that we can store away in there. I think I need a seed place as well for the beetroot seeds, because I'm going to end up with tons of seeds left over. So that'll be something. And yeah, just storing the stuff away as we harvested it, and hopefully we've got enough for Plant Tech 2 to begin. And figure out what type of space we need and how much power we need and all that kind of stuff. See what modded environment we need it to be in, and try and sort something out down here on that scale. So let us begin with, yeah, possibly a quick sleep, because the sun's going down and I've been talking for 10 minutes already. And you are always in my bed. Where's the other bed? Are you in a bed? No, no one's in that bed. Quick, get in that bed. This is the immersive area, just getting stuck into making it immersive and feeling like it's a home away from home. Right, so that's that bit done. It's morning, it's daylight. I feel like I should work over here, because I've got some water sources and stuff over here. I've got access to my wood stores. So let's start over here then, yeah. Let's use this as a little workshop for making all this stuff happen. Okay, so Plant Tech. Let's have a look at this. Plant Tech. The first thing we are going to need is the machines, and I believe that the first machine that I'm going to need out of those machines is the identifier. So that's what this analyzer was for. I'm going to need planetarium, so let's start with that. So we need some nuggets. So I'm going to need a fair few of those, so let's make a fair few nuggets. We'll make a ton of planetarium then. 11, that's not bad, that's a good start. We can start with that way. And what was that little cable that we needed? That is a planetarium block, really, to make cable. And then the cable was wrapped around to make 16 like that. Wow, okay. Oh, that just made it. Make it back again. Alright, so that is a lot of seeds. Wow. Okay. It's okay. I can deal with that. Get out of the way. Come on. Get out of the way, silly villagers. You jobless villagers they are. Let's get this. Let's get 2 more stacks of that then. It's a really good job. I went doing a lot of mine, isn't it? You should see the branch mine now. It's quite well established branch mine. Still got a fair bit more to do, but that's just a lot I've used up of iron there. Can always get more though. I'll start digging out this area on this side instead of going to the next place soon enough. Okay, 16 cables. Yes, okay. And then we need the identifier. Now I'm hoping this is very similar to what we've done before. Need a machine shell for that, which is one of those. Okay, and the identifier. Boom. Now do I get to keep that? I get to put that down somewhere. Let's put that down over here. This could be the building for now. Once I figure out how much space and size I need, it might not be the right building, but it is at least a building to start. Block looks cool, and it's got stuff. Does look like it needs some power. Insert speed upgrades and stuff like that. Do I put that in? It looks like it's going to need some power. Insert an energy item. Okay, so what can make energy? Let's have a look in the online wiki thing. Okay, so machines. Seed squeezer extracts bioenergy from seeds by pressing them. Bioproduct biomass every 16 seeds. Solar generator, I can't do that yet. Identifier used to identify traits. Mega furnace. Okay. Plant farm compressor. So I need a seed squeezer, it seems. I need to squeeze some seeds. Seed squeezer. Let's put squeezer in there. Right, seed squeezer. Pistons, cables, and more planetarium. I don't have any redstone down here. Let's go all the way back up. The problems with not having an AE system or anything like that all set up and running early days is running backwards and forwards to all the places. I really do feel like that should be the base up there, but for right now I have no redstone down here whatsoever, I don't think. Yeah, don't have any redstone over this side of the base, and I need some redstone. Maybe I should do a little bit of mining for redstone, or maybe I take a quick journey over to the other village and get that and bring it home quickly as I can. Come on then, Cookie, let's go for a ride. It's not really that far. It's 1,000 blocks, and Cookie covers 1,000 blocks in no time. Well, sometime, obviously, but you know what I mean. It doesn't take too long. It's not that far away. I'm quite happy travelling all of this way just to get some redstone because I've got to bring it with me. I'm going to have to build a bridge or something over here. Build a bridge, build a road, make it a quick experience to get from A to B. But north from my base, or north from one village, over that side, to another village this side, isn't too bad. That hurt me more than it hurt the horse. Wow, okay. And on the way through all this real estate, I can think about all the things that I might want to build. So, whoa, that's water. All the things I might want to build one day. My village over this side is completely dead. There's devoid of villagers. There are just no villagers left standing in this place. Probably because I spent so much time mining below ground that all the villagers got killed by zombies each night, and I was nowhere near to save it. But anyway, nearly there. Get some redstone and be right back. Okay, so a couple of pistons later, and we can make a seed squeezer. Seed squeezer. Now, it's supposed to output energy. So does it output energy directly to the thing? Put it right next to it. All the sides look the same. Hey, bouncy cat. Hey, bouncy cat. Do I have to do fishing in order to get fish in order to tame bouncy cats? I hope so. I hope that's good. I can tame the cat with some fish. Right, this seed squeezer also looks like it needs power, but let's put a seed in. No input will automatically pull from input. Okay. Can't input from there, so what can I input from? Do I need to have a look at the book again for another machine? It doesn't really tell me what it does other than that. That's pretty much it. Extract bioenergy from seeds by pressing them. Yes. Analyzer, when a crop isn't growing, just analyze it. Analyze this. Can I insert biomass containers? Insert item with energy to insert energy. Insert speed upgrade. Automatically pull from input. Insert Plantech seeds that should be squeezed into biomass. Okay, so we've got to make a seed that can be squeezed into biomass. Okay, so just like Agricraft, you make crop bars, and with those crop bars, you're supposed to plant everything down. Now, this isn't the easiest thing to do. Oh, right, okay. I've started working on it. I've started my very best to work on it to make it work properly. And what I've found so far is by placing items into the crop bars, it basically turns them into the seed type you want. So in this particular case, here we are. We've got 2 crop bars and 1 in the middle, similar to Agricraft or whatever. We would then stick a seed in one side, and let's stick a seed in the other side, right? And I suppose we'd bone meal. No, we can't bone meal. I guess we're just going to have to wait for that, and then that should cross to that to make another one. But while I've got that, right, I have already made a seed that is from this mod. So every time I place this down, I can't. Oh, I can do it there. And put that on. I can break it, and then get the seed that I want, which is these wheat seed types. And these wheat seed are grow speed 0, sensitivity 0, light level needed 14, water range 1, blah 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 blah. Lots and lots and lots of that. And energy per seed is a thing. So then we put those wheat seeds into there, and it squeezes to make bioenergy. This is good, yeah? And once it's squeezed to make the bioenergy, it adds the energy into there. I then guess I've got to move it manually over to here so that I can then identify things in this one. So yeah, we can see we've got a couple there. So I really need to get this working properly or efficiently. Can't take it off there. I can't right click to take it off there, so I've got to break it, place it again, do that, break it, place it again, do that, break it, place it again, do that, in order to get the seeds that I want. Just to get started on the mod, put the wheat seeds in there, make a bit of energy. I then need something to carry that biomass across, don't I? Which is insert item with energy. So that's like these energy storage, which is a little battery thing. So let's go and make a little battery thing and see if we can store that energy into there. Little battery thing. Make a little battery thing. Okay, little battery thing. Wow. Learning these things from scratch without a decent wiki, it's not that easy. It's probably about as difficult as I'm making it seem. So yeah, that definitely picks up the energy. So then we've got 100 in there. And then we put that energy into there, and that'll put the 100 into there. Okay. Now, if we do the identifier, can I use some of that energy? Get out the way, you. Can I use some of that energy to identify this wheat seed? Is it going to? Or does it need a lot more than that? It might need a lot more in order to do one process. And it's kind of already identified, so it's kind of weird. If that is right, because it's already showing everything, so I don't really think I need that. I suppose if I make something that's non-standard, like this is a 111 in the Agricraft crop terms. This is a 111, it was 000 in this case. And if I make a better one by adding 2 together over here in this, let's put one in there, so at least that's growing while we're at it. This one in the middle might need identifying. Okay, so while I've been waiting for this to grow, which it's now done, a crossbreed has occurred. I've just been trying very hard to just keep myself busy creating basically the special wheat seeds to convert these normal wheat seeds into the Plant Tech 2 seeds. I just place them onto the crops and then go down and break the crops again. And that seems to be working just fine. And I'm getting a little bit of problem picking them all back up again. They're not quite popping straight into my inventory. But this thing does seem to be processing through them fairly swiftly. It's quite slow right now. I do need a speed upgrade, but I'm not really too worried about speed upgrades. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff there. I don't know which is speed upgrade. That's a reactor chip. 1 more energy production per chip. 10 more energy cost per chip. Okay. Capacity, more capacity in the place. Speed upgrade, tier 1 speed upgrade. Let's look. Well, it doesn't look like it's that difficult, but it's that stuff which is that, and that needs to be made in compressor from those particular seeds. Canicum, which doesn't appear to have a recipe. Oh, my days. Well, anyway, this is filling up now. That's got quite a bit in. Let's put that into there and fill this thing up. Now, I still don't understand how this is properly going to be functioning, but I think that this one over here, this middle one, is going to be a seed that's unidentified. So I'm doing that again. Let that start crop breeding again. And this one is unknown, yes. So it's an unknown wheat seed. Now, how much this costs to identify is the next question. Let's take that out there. So this is 261 in there at the minute. Let's put that in. And it should try, at least, to process. It's using energy. It's using all of that energy. Wow, okay, so it wants more energy than it could actually possibly make. That's crazy. Okay, so this is very, very costly. But as we can see, it is working. So there's that. Okay, we have some activity. This is nearly done. It's done. It's done. It's done. Okay, so it used up a lot of energy, though. A lot of energy. So moving this energy from one place to another by battery is not the best thing. But making the seeds that way is still the quickest I've got so far. These seeds now have become growth speed 0 still. Still pretty much exactly the same thing. They create 20 energy per seed, just the same, exactly the same as standard ones. So I bred these two together and got a ton of them destroyed in the process to turn them into energy, and ended up with exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. Okay. Well, that can go in there with those lot then. And this one can go in there ready for the next time. It does show a kind of a progress bar. Alright, this is really, really taking a long time. Longer than I can afford. This wrench from Plant Tech allowed me to change the input and output. So I can change the biomass output from this, so it automatically goes into there. So I don't actually need the energy storage. It's just automatically topping this up. And this is a rare one because it goes... That one's got spreading speed 1. That one's got spreading speed 0, but temperature cold to warm. So the DNA on each of these seeds is slightly different. The spreading 1 might be something worth trying. Let's go put spreading on it and see if it spreads 1 at some point. These ones I'm having to regrow. I'm hoping to combine some a bit later on, and I would like very much to make a whole new species, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. Do I have anything else? I've got beetroot seeds and I've got pumpkin seeds. Let's see, can I combine... Right, I can combine pumpkin potentially with beetroot. They don't look different when they're there, they're growing. But you're going to have to tune in next episode to find out if I get anywhere with these seeds, because we have run out of time today. This is taking a very long time to squeeze, a very long time to output wheat seeds as such. But I just know that these devices are going to have like farming upgrades and stuff where I can just leave them to automatically farm and then store stuff and put stuff in hoppers to put stuff in the machine, so it can all automate for me. I'm sure there's going to be a way to do that. But that is going to be it for today's episode. That is going to have to be another episode in the bag. Episode 3 of all of the mods 4 playing in the 1.14 mod pack. The place is looking nice. Now I'm getting bogged into actually farming. I'm leaving all the building for a little bit, but I will get back to it. I will find time during my evenings and weekends to mess around with Minecraft some more. And this week, I'll try my very hardest to keep out the daily content on this mod pack. I will see you in the next episode. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more. I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.